Hi, everyone. It's Paul Ward here, and welcome to another 15 Minutes. I'm very excited today. We've got a special guest, Debbie Shaver, who is, I would say, an authority on cats and a program that involves community cats. And so we're going to learn all about that and how that pertains to your community and just a healthy world. Debbie, welcome to 15 Minutes.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So you are actively involved in the world of cats, community cats, which I guess some folks would call feral cats. And, certainly correct me if I'm wrong, because we're just, learning here for the first time. What is a community cat?
A community cat is a cat basically that does not have a home. It's a free roaming cat. It can be a cat that was just born outside and then had kittens and they turn into colonies, or it could just be an abandoned cat. It could be somebody's lost cat that has been outside for quite a while and is just not a friendly cat anymore. It's just a scared cat. It could be any cat that's living outside, basically without a home.
And this might be a silly or dumb question, but is this a real problem? Is this something that folks should be concerned about?
Yes, there's thousands of community cats living in Ventura County. Most of these cats come from low-income areas. Mostly, I would say 80% come from Oxnard, La Colonia, Nyland Acres, industrial areas. Mostly the low-income areas. This is where these areas are just infested with cats. They're just everywhere, and mostly because these people can't afford to get these cats fixed, and there just aren't enough spay neuters appointments to get these cats fixed.
And how big is the problem, if statewide, California-wide, or even nationwide? I would assume that this is not just limited to where we live, but a global problem, probably.
I believe it is a global problem. I know in Ventura County, there's, I'm sure it's nationwide. I hear about, I'm on a couple Facebook threads where it's T.N.R. and we talk about, how the problem in their areas too.
And what is T.N.R? What is that?
T.N.R is Trap-Neuter-Return. These cats, if we took all these cats and kittens to the shelter, we would fill the shelter up within days. It'd be full, and they could euthanize them all and it'd be full again. So what we do is we trap, neuter, and return the cats. We trap them. We take them to get them spayed and neutered. We have places.
Where do you do that?
They either go to Ventura County Animal Services. They do 21 T.N.Rs a week, and some of them go to Simi Valley Spay and Neuter Clinic, and some of them go to the Humane Society, where we get low cost or free spay and neuters.
And so are you a part of a group that's actually out trapping these cats in public spaces and then taking them to get spayed and neutered?
Yes, we're actually a very, very small group that does a whole lot. We do it's amazing how much we accomplish. This year alone, we spayed and neutered over 1,300 outdoor cats.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, we're here in towards the end of 2020.
Just Ventura County.
Wow, 1,300 just in our county alone.
Yes, that's just incredible. Since October. So by the end of the year, we'll have spayed and neutered over 1,500 cats this year.
That's amazing. These are just cats that are roaming the streets.
Roaming the streets, and we will pick up your cat too if it's outside and it's not spayed and neutered. We will grab your cat. We will put it in a carrier if it is friendly. If it's friendly, it's a little bit different because we have to pay for that to get that cat fixed. In order to get the free service, the cat has to be in a trap. We have to trap the cat.
So you trap it in a friendly cage and with food.
Yes, we have special traps, humane traps, where the cat goes. We put the food in the trap. The door goes down. The cat goes in. The door goes down. We cover the trap. And then we have to take the cat to our homes where we overnight the cats because we have to take the cats in the morning to get them fixed. So we have transporters that help us do this. And usually we have a couple people just doing the trapping because they're out at all hours of the day and night trapping. Most of the cats have to be trapped either at night or very, very early in the morning because that's when the cats come out. So we go out there, we trap the cats, and we normally have to overnight them. Then we have transporters that pick the cats up, take them to where they will get spayed and neutered. And then they have to be recovered, and we recover them normally back at the place where the trapper's home. And then the next day they are released.
Wow.
Back
And
to
how do
their
you
outdoor
know?
home.
So if you say that you're going to fix a domestic cat, I mean, not knowing if it's already fixed, if you catch one, I mean, I would assume that if it's got a collar that says, Molly, my name is Molly, and 5551212, you would just release that cat.
Well, one, we'll check it for a microchip. And if it has a microchip, it's pretty sure that it's spayed or neutered. We never find a cat that has a microchip that's not spayed or neutered.
Right.
And normally we know the areas. If we see a cat out there, usually there will be a neighbor that knows about the cat, and we can ask them, hey, there's this cat roaming around. I know it has a collar on it. Is it spayed and neutered? They will usually know. If it's not, and it doesn't have a microchip and it's roaming around, we will grab that cat and we will take it in to get it spayed and neutered, whether the owner likes it or not. Any outdoor cat that we feel is going to have babies or is not spayed or neutered, we are going to get that cat fixed, whether they like it or not.
Wow. And then how do you know if the cat? What if you catch the same cat again? How do you know if it's already been fixed?
Yeah, that's a really good question. That's why when a cat goes in for T.N.R, they tip the a part of their ear off. They just take part of their ear off. So while the cat is getting spayed and neutered, while they're under anesthesia, and then we know, like, if we go to these places where there's all these cats, we can tell which ones have been spayed or neutered because the top part of their ear is missing.
I would imagine that you catch a lot of the same cats, or there's just so many cats out there that it's not even really a thing.
Sometimes we do catch some of the same cats, but normally if a cat's been trapped once, it's unlikely that it'll go back in a trap again. Sometimes they do, sometimes they will. And if we go to places where there's a lot of cats and some of them are fixed and some of them are not, we'll bring extra traps with us. So if we catch the ones that are already fixed, we just keep them in the traps until we get the ones that are not fixed.
And what is the lifespan of a feral cat or a community cat just kind of living out there in the wild?
A lot of these cats, unfortunately, go back to places where they are not taken care of, and cats are not self-sustaining. They actually don't live well outside. That's why we have community colony feeders, and our group, which is Feral Cat Support, that's my nonprofit. We actually provide, that's one of the things that we do, is we provide cat food to these colony feeders, because I would say 90% of the colony feeders are low income. Most of these people can't afford to feed themselves, never mind feed these cats. But many of these people love the cats and they take care of them. But unfortunately, a lot of the cats also go back to places where the people do not want these cats back. And they tell us they don't want the cats back, but we have no place to put these cats. That's why sometimes we get lucky if they're really going to bad places. We have a barn program, and we put them. It's called a barn program, but it's not really. They're not really in a barn,
right?
But they're usually, we rehome them to homes where they have to acclimate the cats for a couple of weeks, and we show them how to acclimate them. We give them paperwork, and then they live their lives outside. If they're lucky, they go to really nice places like out in Somis, where I just rehomed 4 beautiful cats, and they are still acclimating them. And the lady had a big yard, and they will go to a wonderful place. But a lot of the cats go back to the places where we trapped them, and they don't live very long. They probably live a year or 2.
Oh, wow. Now, somebody out in the country, why would they want 4 cats? Is that because they can catch rats and mice and
Yep.
kind of clean up the vermin?
Yep, that's why our biggest request. They want, mousers. They want people to go in there and for the mousers and the other things that dig into the yard, squirrels and those gophers.
Right. Right. Now, would the homeowner feed the cat, or then
Yes.
would it get lazy then? It wouldn't want to go
Nope,
hunt,
it
or
will
no,
not get lazy. It will clean up your whole neighborhood because cats basically will kill a mouse or a rat just for sport.
Oh, wow.
They don't normally eat it unless they were starving. They would probably eat it, but most of the time they do it for sport. So we, anybody that takes any of our outdoor barn cats, we make sure we let them know they need to be fed. You have to feed them every single day. They have to have fresh food and water and shelter. They need to be taken care of. And we do home checks before
Right,
we
but
even.
they're never domesticated to the point where they come in the house, or do they?
Yes, because many times feral cats want to be loved by a human. It's just that they've never had that experience. So many times they will become friendly, and hopefully maybe the person will let them into the house, or at least give them some love.
Okay.
And some of them don't.
Yeah. Let's talk about your volunteers. These are obviously very passionate people, and it sounds like they're getting up at the crack of dawn or even in the middle of the night to go lay these traps and check these traps and drive many miles on their own dime, right? Because the price of gas is pretty steep, and they're taking the cats to get fixed. I mean, many miles, and then they got to bring the cat back.
Yes.
It's a lot of driving.
It's hours of driving. This morning we picked up 4 cats in Oxnard. They were actually friendly cats that the people simply could not afford to get their cats fixed, and they had 4 beautiful kittens, healthy, and they were like, if they had to take those cats to get them fixed, it would cost them $1,300. So
Oh, wow.
we went.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that's expensive.
It's over $300 a cat to get a cat fixed.
Oh, so no wonder why this is such a problem.
Yeah, this is why it's such a problem. But we do have spay neuter mobile clinics where it's $10 to get your cat or dog fixed. We have those. But those usually fill up really fast. We have 3 to 4 of those a month. We have one in Oxnard, one in Fillmore, and one in Ventura. That's a mobile clinic, $10. We have that all year round. The spay and neuter place, thrift shop in Ventura. She pays for all those. It's $8,000 a month. She pays for all those.
What?
All those mobile clinics.
One volunteer pitches in that kind of money?
It's a nonprofit. It's a nonprofit. So she probably gets grants as her nonprofit thrift store. She actually makes that much money at the thrift store, and all the money goes towards the cats. This morning, these friendly cats we had to pay for. It was $200 that we had to pay for the cats, and the span paid for those, but we paid for the shots and the vaccinations, the flea medicine. We paid out of our pocket, which was another $200 that our group had to pay for. And plus the gas.
Right. And your group, I mean, I would assume you take donations, right? But you're also pitching in. I mean, the group members are pretty passionate, so they're also pitching in their own funds, I would imagine.
Most of the money most of it just comes out of us paying for it ourselves. We're very passionate about it. Our goal is to have no more street cats. We don't want cats living on the streets anymore. So that's our goal and we're very passionate. There's really only a few of us doing this. There's only a handful of us. As I said, we do an astronomical amount of work.
Right. Now, could you technically take the cats to the county to be fixed, or that there's just too many cats and they would be overwhelmed, or how does that work?
Yes, we do take 21 cats a week to Ventura County Animal Services. That's the Camarillo Shelter here in Camarillo. And that wasn't an easy thing to do, though.
Is that where they cap it? Because they just say we can't handle anymore?
Yes, they do 3 a day, except on Tuesdays they do 5. So it comes out to I think 21.
Wow. And this seems like it's a 24/7, 365 activity. I mean, you could catch cats all day, every day.
Calls all day. all day. And unfortunately, the Camarillo Shelter is giving us more and more work. Like every time there's a feral cat now, they're calling us. They have our number now, so we get calls all day long.
Well, what do they want you to do?
Like last week there was a cat that bit somebody. So they called our trapper and they said, "Can you go out there and get this cat? It bit a kid." So she went out there and got the cat. We got the cat spayed. It was a male. We got it neutered and we rehomed it.
Oh, you found a home for it.
We found a home for it, actually, right here in Camarillo.
Oh, wonderful. So there are happy endings.
There are happy endings. Yes. Yeah.
So how do you see that? I mean, obviously we're getting the word out here. What do you need? I would imagine, volunteers would be great, and donations would be obviously helpful because you guys are spending your own money. You just need to have folks that are, passionate about cats and have a little bit extra time. I mean, they don't have to do it 7 days a week, but they could, volunteer a couple days a month.
Getting the biggest obstacle is getting people to trap the cats. We have one trapper right now that works 7 days a week. She's out there all morning, all night. She works till midnight sometimes. She's crazy trapper. She's so passionate. Amazing what this girl does. And we can get transporters. Like transporters are easier to get because all they got to do is pick the cats up and transport them. But
so they go to the trappers. The transporter goes to the trapper's house.
Yeah.
Takes the cats to the
Ventura
neuter
County Animal Services, Ojai Humane Society, or Simi Valley.
Okay, and then goes back the next day to pick up the cats.
No, we go back the same day.
Same day.
Drop off is at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then we go back at that afternoon and we pick the cat up at around 4 o'clock. And then,
wow.
Okay. So we have to have transporters in the morning and transporters at night.
Okay. Well, it's definitely an operation. Big operation.
Sorry?
It's definitely an operation. I mean, you've got a lot of pieces.
Yeah. And a lot of the donations that we do get, I mean, we have a lot of we have to pay for litter. We have to pay for flea medicine. We have to pay for like vet bills. Today we got, stuck with almost $200 worth of vet bills just today. We need crates, we need carriers, we need traps, gas money. Gas money is our biggest expense by far. I mean, we can easily spend $2,000 when gas prices are, they're still very high, but even when they were higher, we were spending up to $2,000 a month on just gasoline.
Wow. And when you say vet bills, what are you doing for the cats besides spaying and neutering? I mean, I can't imagine you're, brushing their teeth.
It's an injured cat. If we take the cat in and it has an eye infection, or maybe it has diarrhea, lots of times they have that. The nonprofits only pay for the spay neuters, like that's it. And so anything on top of that, there's a lot of injured cats out there too. And just on another side note, if we also pick up the injured cats, and those are calls that we get quite frequently, as we have an injured cat, it's limping, it has a missing eye or whatever. It has a rash. We pick those cats up too, and we take those to Ventura County Animal Services, and they will treat those cats. Those will get treated for free.
Okay, wonderful. So how can folks learn more about your program? You have a website that you could share and contact information there?
I do have a website. It's feralcatsupport.com. And we also, if they want to follow us on Facebook and see all the amazing work that we do, that our posts are really entertaining. They're full of information. It's Ventura County Feline Trap and Rescue.
Ventura County Feline Trap and Rescue. And that's
our Facebook page. And really, it's worth checking out just to see the amazing work that we do.
Wonderful. Well, Debbie Shaver, thank you so much for being our guest on this 15 minutes. We've loved having you, and I'm sure that our watchers and listeners will have learned a lot. And hopefully, if they're as passionate as you are or just interested, they'll reach out. So thank you.
Thank you. That's a big part of the equation, is educating the public. And done, they're getting educated
Awesome.
with the
Thanks
help of
so much.
social media.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.